Hi and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we are going to be trying a bunch of new makeup that I picked up during a Sephora sale a few weeks ago. So if you're curious to see what I picked up and how I created this look, keep watching. I thought for today's video, I would show you guys some of my recent Sephora purchases, which are right here. I thought we would try those out, talk about them. I do have some other makeup that I did not pick up at Sephora. I've got a YSL eyeshadow, a Chanel lipstick. So we're just going to do almost a full face of new makeup. Most of the stuff that is new I did pick up at Sephora. The Sephora sale is going on, so I will also try and incorporate in other products that you can pick up at Sephora if you guys are shopping the Sephora sale. So I'm going to start with primer. The primer I'm going to use today is the Guerlain Pure Gold 24 karat, and this is a very hydrating primer. I really like it. You guys can see I've used almost half the bottle, and I'm reusing it today because I'm going to be using a more matte foundation. This is the YSL All Hours foundation. This foundation is phenomenal. I absolutely love it. I'm almost out of this bottle. They did reformulate this foundation, and since I'm almost out of this formula, I'm thinking I'm going to pick up the new one during the Sephora sale. So I'm going to go ahead and use that. I will go ahead and use those for my complexion. So I'm going to start with this primer. I love this primer. It is a gel and it's very cooling on the skin, but it does leave my skin very hydrated. I think that every single foundation that I have tried sits really nicely on top of this primer. So I'm going to go in with the All Hours foundation. Now I did do a live last week. There's the consistency of the foundation. That is all I was able to get out. You guys, I think I'm definitely gonna have to declutter this foundation and pick up a new one. But last week I did do a live over on my channel. I will link it in case you missed it, but I did in that live talk about all of my recommendations for skincare, makeup, hair care, body care. I mean, we talked about it all. So if you are interested in shopping the Sephora sale and you haven't checked out that live, make sure you go check it out. It is on the longer side. There are so many items at Sephora that I recommend. Yeah, I tried to go back in and get more foundation, and it is almost completely empty. I had to take the top off and really scrape the sides in order to get any more foundation. So I am definitely going to be putting this jar of foundation into my empties for 2025. And I am adding the new formula to my list to pick up. Now, I did already place one order, and I will be doing a full unboxing once I get all of my orders in. The products that I'm using today I picked up a few weeks ago. They had one of their extra point sales where if you spent $75, you got an additional 500 points. So that's what I did. And there were a few items that I wanted to try, so I did go ahead and pick those up. For concealer, I'm going to be using the Westman Atelier. This is one of my favorite new concealers. I think it's really beautiful. I think it works really well on mature skin. It does not sink into any of my lines or wrinkles that I've got around my eyes, and it doesn't leave my under eye drying whatsoever, which are all very important things as we age and are looking for makeup for our mature skin. For contour wand, I'm going to go in with the Charlotte Tilbury. This is one of her new shades. This is shade medium. I love the formula of these contour wands. I think that they are very user friendly. They have a thinner consistency, so they blend out really nicely, which I think is great for someone who's just starting out in makeup. They're very forgiving if you make a mistake or anything. Now, I did pick up two of the new shades. I picked up medium and I picked up tan. This shade right here, medium, is the lighter of the two, and I think it's a better match for me. Now, I did pick up a new to me powder. This is the Huda Beauty Easy Bake. You guys, I have never ever tried it. I have tried several Huda Beauty products and I have been really impressed with every single one. She came out with new shades in her Easy Bake powder. I didn't pick up one of the new shades. I picked up an existing shade, but it is going to be new because it is new to me. Like I said, I've never tried it. So I picked up shade Pound Cake. Hopefully it is a good match. Looks a little light, so I'm hoping that it's not too light. So I just picked up a little bit with my La Mer powder brush. I'm just going to do half my face because I want to see if it is too light and also how it sets the foundation. The YSL foundation that I used is a matte foundation, so I don't need a lot of powder. It does a really good job at keeping the oils away, but I do always like to set my makeup with a powder. All right, so I don't think that this is too light. I think it looks really, really nice. And I could see a difference. It definitely does set down that foundation just a little bit. I'm really excited to try this powder, and I will continue to use it. I cannot believe I waited so long to try it. It is, I feel like, one of her most talked about products, and I just had never tried it. For a bronzer, I'm going to be using the YSL All Hours Hyper Bronze, and I have shade number 3. I did pick up some new YSL products during the Sephora sale. They're products that have been out for a while, and I've been wanting to try them. I just was waiting for a sale. Sales came. I never picked them up, so I finally picked them up during the Sephora sale. So I think once I go back and order this YSL foundation, I should have enough YSL products to do a full face of YSL. That is beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. I honestly have been so impressed with all of the YSL products I have tried recently. So now I'm going to go in with more Huda Beauty. This is the brand new blush filter liquid blush. I have shade Sunset Lychee. So these are new products, and I'm really excited to try them. So that's what it looks like. It's more of a peach kind of blush shade, and it's pretty pigmented. Look at that. It did not blend down as much as I thought it would. So I took a little bit on the back of my hand, and I'm going to pick up the product with my BK Beauty 106 and tap it in. That's beautiful. That is really, really beautiful. I was worried it was going to be a little bit too pigmented. I do not think that it is. I think that that is absolutely gorgeous. I really, really like this. I'm not sure how many shades there are in this Huda Beauty blush filter, but I would definitely be interested in going back and picking up more. I really think that is beautiful. Now for powder blush, I'm going to be using the brand new Tower 28 Go Set Matte Blushes, and I picked up shade CMO Spring. That's what that looks like. That also looks very, very beautiful. So I'm going to take my Chikuhodo cheek brush and apply it. I think that's pretty, but I think if I had to choose a new matte blush, I would pick the new YSLs over this Tower 28. The Tower 28 is pretty, but it doesn't wow me like the YSL blushes did. The YSL blushes are so good. I cannot say enough good things about them. This is pretty. This is very, very pretty. It's just not on the same level as the YSL. But let me know what you guys think. Maybe I'm wrong. Give me your opinion on these new Tower 28 blushes. Now, I do also have a new highlighter. I forgot that I still do have this Dior Forever Glow Luminizer, and this is the last of the 3 formulas that I haven't tried yet. And this is the Sequin formula. So I have shade Opal Sequin. So that is Opal Sequin, and it is very, very glittery. It definitely has like glitter chunks in it. I'm going to compare it to this shade here. This is the Dior Backstage Glow palette, and this is one of the limited edition shades, I think, but in it there is this glitter white shade, and I'm gonna swatch it next to it. Almost identical. I would say that the brand new one, the Sequin, definitely has a little bit more glitter to it, a little bit more grit, if that makes sense. So I'm going to take my Innochi Pro, and I'm going to go in very, very lightly. That's light, you guys, and look at that glow. I'm definitely gonna have to buff. I thought it would feel chunky on the face. It does not. I can't believe I'm about to say this, but I really, really like it, you guys. I think that is very pretty. It is bright right now. I will buff it down, but I am shocked that I actually do like it. I take a 70G smooth buffer, and I'll just buff that down. That is very, very pretty. If you were on the fence and you were thinking you may not like this, think again. Think again. It is very, very pretty. All right, now I'm going to go in with this new YSL eyeshadow. Now, this came out over the holidays. This was their holiday collection. It is still available. Macy's has it. It's on sale. It's beautiful. I have used this over on Instagram in my stories, so this is not going to be a first impression, but I have never used it here on my channel. So that's what we're going to do today. Here's the packaging. You can see that it's gold and white, which is a little bit more holiday-esque. And then the outer packaging itself is that beautiful gold and kind of like ivory, which is different than their normal. Their normal mini couture clutch palettes are black. Here is the color story, and this is golden lace. I thought that it was just a very beautiful, neutral, everyday palette, but I do think that there's this shimmer up here, which is going to give it that elevated look. So I will swatch it for you. So I'm going to start with the glitter. It's very soft, but it is definitely a glitter. And then there's this gold satin, a dark chocolate matte, and then like a bronze satin. That is what we are working with. I'm going to take a Rose and Bin E29 and go into that bronze satin. And take that into the crease. There was a lot of pickup from that shade. I did have to tap my brush off. I take a Sonia G Classic crease to go into that dark chocolate. Now I love the formula of these YSL eyeshadows. They are so good. They are creamy, they blend beautifully, and they last all day in your eye. So if you are shopping the Sephora sale, they do have some of the quads at Sephora. So if you're able to save 10, 15, or 20% depending on your level, that is a good deal. I mean, look how pigmented that was. It was very, very pigmented. Take a Sonia G Builder, and I am going to go into that shimmer, that glitter shade. I don't normally like toppers. However, the YSL formula is very, very nice. It's very creamy, very soft. That same brush, and I'm going to go into the gold shade and just kind of place that in the crease. And I'll take that fluffy blending brush, this is that Rose and Bin, to just blend. I think that is beautiful. I'm going to go ahead and line my eyes, put some mascara on, and then I'll be back to show you guys the finished eye look. All right, here is the finished eye look. I think that it is very beautiful. I absolutely love it. And like I said, I have used this eyeshadow quad before. I just never have used it on this channel, and I love it. For eyeliner, I went in with the Huda Beauty Creamy Kohl. I love this eyeliner. This is probably one of my favorite eyeliners that you can pick up at Sephora. It is very reasonably priced, and then you add the sale on top of it. That is a great deal. Really, really love it. And for mascara, I went in with the Bobbi Brown Smoky Eye Mascara. I've been using this mascara for years. I think it's just a great everyday staple mascara to have in your collection, and I do really like it. Now for lips, I do have a new Rouge Cocoa Flash lipstick from Chanel. I bought this and I apparently forgot to unbox it when I unboxed all my other new Chanel makeup. So I found it as I was cleaning the other day, and this is in shade Peachy. It is a very, very light shade. There's really not a lot of color to it at all. As it is so light, I don't think it's going to give me much color at all. I think it'll be great to throw in my purse and just throw on my lips throughout the day. But for right now, to go with the look, I do want a little bit of a color, so I'm going to go ahead and line my lips. I'm going to use this Natasha Denona lip liner. You guys, look, I mean, I am almost completely out of this. There is like nothing left. But this is my favorite Natasha Denona lip liner, and probably one that I should pick up during the sale. I didn't realize how little I had left. And now for shade Peachy. That's beautiful. That paired really, really nicely together. All right, that completes today's look, trying a bunch of new makeup. Let me know what you guys think. I love the finished look. I think that it is so beautiful. I am very impressed with everything I tried. I really am loving that new, to me, Huda Beauty powder. The new Huda Beauty liquid blush is beautiful. The Tower 28 blushes were pretty. They just didn't wow me as much as the other products did. And the biggest surprise of all was that Dior highlighter. Wow. I really, really like it. But let me know down below what you guys think. What did you think of today's look? Did you pick up any of these products? Are you planning on shopping the Sephora sale? Let me know down below. I want to thank you all so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. I hope everyone is staying safe and healthy. I will see you in my next video. Bye.